Every year, thousands of brilliant and qualified students fail their US visa interviews. Do you know why some are successful while others are not? If you have a student visa interview coming up, you're in the right place. We will empower you with information to maximize your chances of success, so continue watching. We will cover the interview structure, the information the visa officers are looking for, which traps to avoid, the topics to expect, and how to answer the questions to get your student visa. Hey Green Card Easy viewers, check out our channel if you're looking to study, work, or live in the USA. Hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. Let's take a closer look at what you need to do to maximize your chances of getting your US visa and take a step forward to fulfilling your dreams. To succeed in your visa interview, the critical step is understanding what the visa officers are looking for and why. Let's understand the visa officer's mindset. The F1 student visa is a non-immigrant visa. For non-immigrant visa holders, the US government expects the visa holders to return to their home country after they fulfill the purpose of their trip. As an F1 visa applicant, the visa officer expects you to convince them that you will not stay back in the US after completing your studies. It is the most crucial aspect you need to understand to prepare well for your interview. The visa officer is trying to evaluate two things. 1. You are genuinely a student and not trying to obtain a student visa for fraudulent purposes, such as immigrating to the United States illegally. 2. You intend to return to your home country after completing your studies. Why do you think that is? Per their latest report, the Department of Homeland Security estimates over 11 million unauthorized immigrants live in the United States. The US government does not like this and wants to curb illegal immigration. Luckily, illegal immigration isn't prevalent in the F1 visa category. According to the Department of Homeland Security's latest report, the overstay rate for F-type visa is 2.59%. Because it is so low, your risk for a visa refusal is also low. All you need to do is speak effectively to your academic aspirations and have all your documentations with you if the visa officer asks for it. We will look at some typical questions the visa officers ask visa applicants to evaluate in a minute. Next, the visa officer evaluates your intention to return to your home country after completing your studies. You need to handle this one with utmost care. Students get mostly rejected because they're unable to communicate this effectively. There are different reasons one may answer ineffectively, such as being nervous or underprepared. But the most common one is they don't position their answers properly. Now that you understand what visa officers are looking for, let's look at the visa structure to get familiar with what to expect. Knowing the structure will ensure you get more comfortable and interview effectively. Next, let's get familiar with the visa interview. When you check in on the day of your interview, you will be assigned a number. The visa interview starts when your number is called. You should approach your designated interview window. Remember, your visa interview has begun even before you say hello. Make sure you approach the interview window with a calm and confident posture and a warm smile. Excellent body language is critical in persuading the visa officer to grant you a visa. Depending on your interview location, you may speak through a phone handset or a desk mic to the visa officer. If your location has a phone handset, pick it up. The interview begins with a quick greeting. Start by saying hello or hello, how are you? Make sure you're smiling as you greet your visa officer. The visa officer will say hello and may ask you, how are you? If they do, answer, I'm fine, thank you. If they don't, wait for them to start the conversation. The visa officer will ask you questions which can be broken down into 5 categories. 1. University and study plans. 2. Finances. 3. Academics and work. 4. Post-graduation plans. And 5. General questions. The visa officers will start their questions by typically asking you about your university and study plans, the first category. It'll include questions about the college or the university you're going to and your course. They may ask you about your chosen major, professors you may have been in contact with, your former education, and other study-related questions. At this phase, the visa officer establishes whether you are genuinely seeking the student visa for academic purposes or if you're trying to defraud the US government. As we said earlier, the visa fraud risk for F1 is minimal. This works in your favor. Know this and take advantage of it by calming down your nerves and answering confidently. You should be able to answer the questions naturally since you've put in the effort to apply to universities and know this information very well. You will do well in this part of the interview. Next, the visa officer will evaluate your ties to your home country. This part leads to the most rejections in the student category, so you need to bring your A game. Your visa officer will ask you questions from the remaining 4 categories: finances, academics and work, post-graduation plans, and general questions. Because it's rather large and needs dedicated session, we will cover the interview questions in greater detail in our next video. We will review how visa officers ask the same questions in different words, how you can map them to the proper category, and provide direct and practical answers. It'll improve your chances of getting a visa significantly. If you're interested in it, hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss it. Once the visa officer is finished asking questions, they will typically verify your identity unless they've done it previously. If the visa officer decides to grant you the visa, they will hold onto your passport and let you know what the next steps are. If you don't get a visa, they will hand you back your passport. In either scenario, be sure to say thank you before you leave the interview. The visa officers have to handle many requests during the day. They keep the interviews very short, and yours may last 2 to 7 minutes. The interview length doesn't reflect the outcome, so don't get nervous if yours is taking long. There are thousands of successful students whose visa interviews have been long. Either way, the time will fly by very fast. You'll be done before you can even process it. If you follow our guidelines, you will maximize your chances of a positive outcome. Once you leave the US Embassy, you should even do a little dance to celebrate. After all, you've cleared the final hurdle between you and your dreams. We hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give us a like. We will post videos covering frequently asked questions and do's and don'ts during an interview, so be sure to check them out. Post your questions or thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to connect or learn from our community members, which consist of former and current students, visit our discussion boards at greencardeasy.net/discussions. Hopefully, you found this video helpful. If you did, please like it. It inspires us to keep making more. My name is Gaurav Musleh, and from all of us at Green Card Easy, thanks for watching.